Are you looking to integrate your Magento store with HubSpot? Are you planning to automate your online business with HubSpot marketing automation platform and grow your business? So HubSpot Magento integration is the best fit solution for you. Integrate your Magento store with HubSpot and sync all your business data, including products, orders, contacts, everything in real time. Get all insights on customers' behavior right on HubSpot and take business decisions that accomplish your business goals. Easier and quicker. Curious to know how to get started with HubSpot Magento integration? So let's get started with the demo. Now on the left side section, as you can see, there is a HubSpot menu. Now if I'm clicking on this HubSpot menu, it is showing up the section which are having all the features of this plugin. Now the first is dashboard, then is configuration, then comes export, then abandon cart, error log and cron status. Now in HubSpot Magento integration, these are all the features that you'll be needing so as to successfully connect your Magento store to HubSpot and set up all your sales management process quite efficiently. So we will go with the features one by one and I will show you that what are the configuration steps needed for each of the settings to set up. Let's move on to general details. Now general details is a section that will show you all the information which is related to the connection status of your Magento store and HubSpot that you can see from this section. Then it will show you the details regarding the product syncing status, which means that how many products have been synced over HubSpot from your Magento store or how many products have not been synced to HubSpot from Magento store. The third information that you'll be getting is the deals syncing status, and then is the contact syncing status that you can see over here. So you can see that how this general details and the HubSpot section portal is going to show you all the information in just a very simple ways, in just quick steps, and it's going to be very simple to check each of the status right on this section. Now once you have successfully authenticated the connection between your Magento store and HubSpot, all the groups and properties, the contact list, the workflows, it will be created for your Magento store. Now let me show you that what are you going to get in the groups and properties details. The groups and properties will include customer groups, then shopping cart information, and then it shows order information, last products bought, categories bought. So these are the different groups and the properties that will be created once you have successfully authenticated the connection between your Magento store and HubSpot. Same is the contact list and the workflow. So these are the three properties that will be created once you have successfully authenticated the connection. Now when I will be showing you the configuration steps, then I will show you that at which step, that at what stage of connection all these groups and properties will be created for your Magento store. Now let's move on to the next section, which is configuration. Now this is the configuration page of HubSpot Magento integration plugin, and as you can see, there are three sections in this configuration page, which is general configuration, then cron configuration and RFM settings. With the help of configuration settings, you can configure the connection between your Magento store and HubSpot. So let's get started with the settings one by one. Let's get started with general configuration first of all. So in general configuration, the first field that you can see is enable HubSpot integration. Now you have to set it as yes, it is mandatory. Why? Because once you're going to set it to no, the integration will not work for you. As you can see, since I have selected the option which is no, I'm not getting any options below. That means if you're going with the option which is no, this integration is not going to work for you. That's why it's mandatory to keep the field enable HubSpot integration as yes. Now moving ahead with the next field, which is abandon cart. Now in the abandon cart, by default 30 is the number of minutes which is mentioned over here. Now before setting this value, let me tell you that what is abandon cart. With the help of abandon cart, you can set the timer in minutes, after which the inactive shopping cart will be considered as the abandoned cart, and based on that you can decide what next decisions have to be taken for converting that cart abandoner into a successful sale or a happy customer. Now by default 30 is the number of minutes that is mentioned over here, but based on your business needs and the requirements, you can also change this value and set up the value as per your needs. So this is how abandoned cart feature is going to work for you. Now the next field which is coming up is authorize. Now let me tell you what is the significance of authorization. Now once you have successfully authorized the connection between your Magento store and HubSpot, all the actions that you have performed above, which is enable HubSpot integration or setting up the abandoned cart timer, or all these steps would be authorized, and you will be able to get the access of admin panel with HubSpot.
Now that button that you can see over here is the re-authenticate, because process that I'm showing you is from the demo of this integration. Now if you're going with your own HubSpot account, the button that you will get over here will be authenticate. Now clicking on this authenticate button, you will be required to select the portal, and once you have successfully selected the portal with which you want to integrate or with which we want to connect the plugin, all the groups and properties, workflows, contact list will be created for your Magento store. So in the previous steps, as I had already shown you the groups and properties, how they are created. So let me show that section to you again. So this is how all the groups and properties, contact list and the workflows are going to be created for your Magento store. So this was all about the general configuration section of configuration page. Now moving ahead is the cron configuration. Now with the help of cron configuration, now let me tell you that what is cron configuration. With the help of cron configuration setting, you can set up the frequency with which you want all your data from Magento store to be synced to HubSpot. Now let's get started with the fields one by one. The first field is select data sync cron time, which means that from here you have to select the time duration in which you want the data from Magento store to be synced on HubSpot. By default, if you're not going with any of these options, by default your data will be synced from Magento to HubSpot with a duration of 5 minutes. Means there will be the interval of 5 minutes. Within every 5 minutes, the data syncing would be happening between Magento store and HubSpot. But based on your business needs and the requirements or the choices that you're looking for, you can select these options. These are the different 5 options: once in a day, twice a day, 4 times a day, every hour or every 5 minutes. So now this will be completely dependent on your business requirement, that what cron time you are wanting to set over here. Now coming to the next field, which is auto delete error log after. Now what is auto delete error log after? With the help of this particular field, you can mention the number in days after which all the error logs will automatically be deleted. By default it is 30 days, which means that if you're going with this particular field, by default it will be 30 in number of days, but based on your choices you can also modify this number and set it as, for example, 40. So based on the days that you are going to mention over here, the error log would be deleted. So this is how you have to configure all the settings for cron to work. Now moving ahead is the RFM setting. Now with the help of RFM, now the most important significance of RFM settings is that it is going to help you analyze that how your customers are actually performing in your shopping store. What actions have to be performed or decided for different segment of customers, so that you can nurture them in a much more personalized way, which will completely be dependent on what actions they are performing in your online store. So this is eventually going to save you a lot of time, and you will be able to rank your customers based on their shopping behavior. So this is how the RFM settings is going to quickly work for you with HubSpot Magento integration plugin. So this was all about the configuration steps. In this complete step, if you find any of the doubts or the queries, you can keep putting your queries in the comment section, and we will be glad to help you at any stage of doubt that you have. Now moving to the next feature, this is export. Now with the help of export feature of HubSpot Magento integration, you will be able to export all the data from Magento store to HubSpot. Now talking about the point that if you want to check the status of that data export, then how will you be able to do it? Now this is the export status page from where you can check the status of every sync that is going to happen between the Magento store and HubSpot. On the screen, as you can see, there are 4 components. First is products, then contact, then deals, then line items. So these are basically the 4 components for which you can check this export status. Now coming to the point that how this complete data export is going to happen from the Magento store to HubSpot. Now this will be done through cron. If you want to check the progress of this cron, you will have to reload the page. So this is how you can very easily check the export status of your data from Magento store to HubSpot for all these components, which are products, contacts, deals and line items. So this is how the export feature is going to amazingly work for you, because whatever the timer that you are going to set for cron, based on that, when the data is going to be transferred from Magento store to HubSpot, you will definitely want to check the status, be it regarding product information, be it regarding contact syncing, be it regarding deals or the line items. So this is how the export status feature is going to work for you. Now coming to the next feature is abandoned cart. Now we are having the section of login customers abandoned cart. Now let me give you the short description about this complete feature. With the help of abandoned cart feature of HubSpot Magento integration, you can check all the details of customers abandoned cart, and these all are the customers. These are all those customers who are logged in. So this is how you can check all the records information for those cart abandoners, which will include the information like purchasing point. You can see purchasing point, then cart created at, then customer's first name, then customer's last name, then email, then it comes like grand total, then grand purchasing and subtotal. So this is how you can check out all the information regarding abandoned cart for a particular customer. Now in case the admin want to download this complete data, so here there are two options. First is CSV file and second is Excel XML file. So these are the two ways in which you can export this complete data. Ultimately depend on your business needs and the requirements in which format you want to download this data as per your choices. So this is how it's a complete one view that will give you the complete information about your cart abandoners, based on which you can decide that what next strategies have to be followed or how you have to nurture those cart abandoners so as to convert those abandoned carts into a successful sale. This is how the abandoned cart feature of HubSpot Magento integration is going to work for you. Now moving to the another feature, which is error log. Now this error log section of HubSpot Magento integration is going to keep the log of all the errors that are going to happen during the data syncing process or data transfer between Magento store to HubSpot. So this you can see these are the different details of the error logs that have happened. It will show you all the details of those error logs, be it log created at, what was the request URL, what is the request type, and these are the different parameters that will define the details of all these error logs. Now in case the admin want to export this complete error log information, so there are two ways in which you can export this complete error log. First is CSV file and second is Excel XML file. So this is how the error log feature of HubSpot Magento integration is going to work for you. Now here the most important point to understand is this: there can be two ways of identifying this error. One can be the error from website syncing and another can be regarding the HubSpot. Now one type of error log is related to the website and this error log will be shown to you in this particular format. Another error would be related to the HubSpot error log, and that you can only see in the HubSpot tab. So this error log feature of HubSpot Magento integration will keep you updated with all the error related information that might occur while the data syncing process from your Magento store to HubSpot, based on which you can take the necessary actions to be performed and fix this issue and therefore ensure a smooth data syncing between the Magento store and HubSpot. Now coming to the next feature, that is Cron Status. Now in the Cron Status section, you can check all the details related to Cron, be it created at, then jobs, status, message, scheduled at, executed at, finished. And as you can see, you can also change the fields as per your business needs and the requirements. And if you want to export this complete data of Cron at any point of time or as per your business needs, there are two options: CSV file and the Excel XML format. As you can see, all the data with this integration is showing to you. So this was all about the demo video on how can you successfully set up the connection between your Magento store and HubSpot and simplify all the sales and marketing processes so as to grow your business exactly the way you want. For any set of queries or for further doubts, you can put your questions in the comment section and we'll be glad to help you. Thank you for watching the video. Have a great day and keep connected and stay connected with Make Web Better.